Hi, you guys. Dr. Abby here with CHIRO for Moms, CHIRO for Kids. And today we are talking all about being a cash practice. And there's so many different things to think about when you're either developing and creating your own cash practice, or maybe you're at a phase where you are looking to transition into more of a cash-based practice. And so I'm just going to talk about one of those things today. And the big thing that I want to talk about is the treatment plan aspect. So what typically with insurance is there is a set number of visits. They typically want to see, improvement after each visit. They are going to set stricter guidelines on what can be adjusted, what will be covered and not covered, which understandable. In a cash practice, you are giving the patients the ability to create their own treatment plan. They get to decide when they feel like they need that extra support and decide when it's ready and when it's time for them to go in. So the patients that come here, they come in, they have their new patient appointment, and then we tell them there's no treatment plan. As a provider, I will absolutely guide what I feel is recommended. I'm not taking that part away. I think it's important for them to realize what your professional opinion is in the matter, but then following up with, but at the end of the day, it's how you feel. If you book your appointment 2 weeks from now and you feel great, awesome. Just book it out then. There shouldn't be any shame in that, because why would you book an appointment if you're feeling fine? And I get the proactive, the preventative care aspect, which is why we send our patients home with homework or educational videos. It's like, hey, your glutes are really tight. Here are a couple stretches. Do those as often as you can. And when that stops working, when something else flares up, let's reevaluate. Let's see, is there something going on that we haven't hit yet? But we have to start breaking it down piece by piece. And by patients being able to create their own treatment plan, you actually are encouraging them to come back. It's the psychological aspect that they are choosing to be here. They get to decide that I'm not feeling good, I'm getting help, rather than I'm only going to get help because I'm going 3 times a week. And there are some things where that might be totally necessary. And we might make that recommendation of like, hey, I'd love to see you later this week if possible. But recognize that your patients have lives outside of here. And if you're working with the pregnant patient population and with kids, they got a lot of stuff going on outside of here. This, as much as I want their health to be their priority is with their kids, is with their husbands, their partners, their family, their friends outside of here, school requirements, sports, that if I pigeonhole them into a treatment plan, they're gonna fall off. I can't make my appointment because I've got sports. Insurance isn't going to pay for it, so I'm not going to keep coming because I can't commit to these number of appointments. Whereas when they're able to say, oh, I could make it right before the sports appointment, I can get in for 20 minutes, and I know I can. Now all of a sudden they know that they can every other week, every 3 weeks. That time is there for them, but they're never shamed or guilted if it can't. You're encouraging them to come back because you've put the power in their hands rather than this rinse and repeat from insurance. That's the over-under when you're looking at a cash practice. By putting it in the hands of the patients and giving them the control to decide what's best for them, they will come back when it hurts, when they're in pain and they can't tolerate it anymore, because they know they're going somewhere where they're gonna get the work done in one appointment and not feel like they have to come then 3 times a week for a month to get the results they need or to get it covered by insurance. Because if they don't meet it anyways, they're still going to pay out of pocket. Give your patients the ability to create their own treatment plan and see what happens.